Hi everybody, Jim from County Corvette. I have today a great car, one of my all-time favorites, a 1987 Buick GNX, the real deal. And this car came out of a collection that we do a lot of business with the owner. It has 2,915.5 miles. It is mileage verified since day one. I have all the original paperwork that came with the car, the build sheet, the ASC McLaren build sheet, which was different. The car was sent from GM to ASC McLaren for the GNSX option. And that was about a $10,000 option, if I recall. $10,995. And that was a lot of money back in '87. This car topped out just under $30,000. So that was a lot of money for a Buick back in the day. I remember when they came out. There was a lot of interest in these cars, and quite a few of them got tucked away, and this was one of them. This car was a Pennsylvania car, new, Woods Buick Opal in Mechanicsburg, PA. So I've got that. I've got all the order sheets, handwritten order sheet with the options. I have all the accompanying paperwork and letters that went with the car at the time. And this car, up until 2000, it had 40 miles. So I've got all the mileage history on the car, which is incredibly important. First thing is you have to verify it's a real GNX, which it is. There's a lot of very specific parts on these cars. I won't get into it, but just as a sampler, I've got a list here. Obviously the VIN, there's an ASC decal on the driver's door edge, rear seat brace. There's a GNX stamp on a secret location. I honestly don't know what that is, but aluminum brake drums in the rear. Remote passenger mirror, all GNXs had that. Just a couple other little things, but that's, it's interesting to know. I actually didn't know all that. So anyway, back in April 2000, it was purchased with 40 miles. And then our client, the collector we got the car from, he bought it with 2908, and it now has, again, 2,915.5. So that's real mileage, real paper trail. And the car speaks for itself. There's no paint work, original tires. There's two sets of tires and wheels that come with the car, but I've got the original wheels and the original tires, which are, the tread's perfect. They're pretty petrified old rubber. It's 38 years old. And I graduated in high school in '86, so that means it's almost 4 decades, but I digress. Anyway, we knew the car for a while now, and we've got it for sale. It's the genuine article. There's nothing that's been done to the car in terms of modifications. In fact, when I was reading through the paperwork, in the original paperwork, they specifically said don't alter the PROM, the programmable read-only memory chip that goes into the ECM. They said don't tinker with that, because they got as much power out of this thing as they thought they could, and suggesting there that if you did modify it, you might get less. And these things ran good. It was I think 4.7 seconds 0 to 60, which was pretty impressive back in that day. So anyway, as far as condition of the car, it's no paint work. It's out of the wrapper. I mean, this thing has the original hat. Not that this stuff is, terribly significant, but they came with a numbered shirt. This is number 183, never been worn. Anyway, as far as condition of the car, all these cars have this front filler panel. They have begun to decompose just by age. This side's not too bad. It's a little faded. The other side does have a crack in it. My advice to people is don't touch it. It's only original once, and on a car like this, I think it should be kept as is. So I'm not going to drive this car. We've driven it around the parking lot. I don't want to put any more mileage on it, but it checks out. We've got pictures underneath, all around the car. These have become incredibly collectible cars, and to my amazement, what they're doing these days, and they're only climbing. They did not make many of these, and it's just a really special car that really just needs to go into a nice collection somewhere. But they're always going to be collectible cars. It really signified in the '80s a transition to turbocharging, and which led to supercharging, in the domestic marketplace, and making power once again. And these cars, when it was new, it was really a great thing, because it symbolized that the American muscle car was back. And today, we're well over 1,000 horsepower. So it was a great thing to see in the mid '80s, because as a technician, as a guy going into the automotive field, we were looking backwards, because there wasn't much hope for the muscle car industry at the time that my interest started. So we were going back to 60s cars and having fun with that stuff. But this kind of changed the dynamic and the trajectory of the muscle car industry, and it was a great thing. And you know, they're really special cars, and this may end up in an auction. If you're watching this in auction, good luck bidding on it, and feel free to come look at it in person. It's just a great car. Thanks for watching.